What's up, everybody? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and it is time for New Music Friday. Going to be taking a look at some of the new music coming out throughout the week of August 9th, giving my thoughts and opinions on them. And as always, if I miss something that you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is so me and everybody else can discover some new music. And also, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like. It helps out so much with YouTube's algorithm. It'll keep my videos popping up in your recommended section on YouTube. And of course, if you want to support me further than that, and you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. That way you get notified sometimes or whenever YouTube wants to notify you. But anyways, let's talk about some new music. 4 Year Strong is releasing their new album titled Paralysis. This is one of my favorite easycore pop punk bands, whatever. I am so stoked for this. It's been 4 years since they released Brain Pain, which is a very long time. It's still one of my favorite albums of 2020. I listen to it almost monthly, at least a couple of the songs, give or take. And I gotta say that some of the singles I've heard from this were pretty good. I don't absolutely love them, but at the same time, I don't usually fall in love with singles anyways. I'm more of a full album type of guy. So I'm really hoping that this album comes together in its entirety. I'm going to be doing a review on it. Hopefully have it up by Saturday, sometime around there. We also get a new album from Mushroomhead titled Call the Devil. Honestly, I've only heard like a few songs from Mushroomhead, despite them being around since 1993. I got a request to add them into the New Music Friday and talk about them a little bit. And I don't really know if I'm going to be doing a review on this record. Definitely going to be going through their discography, just seeing if it's something that I'm even interested in. They're like new metal, industrial metal. They're just kind of weird, but they were also started as a side project. And when I looked, they have a huge amount of members within their band. I think it's like 9 or 11 or something. I don't know. It's kind of like a Slipknot sort of thing going on. They have a lot of people, and their music doesn't always seem to be super, not consistent, but from what I've heard, their music is pretty different. There's a lot of variety throughout all their stuff. If you listen to some of their earlier stuff from, the mid 90s compared to their stuff from the late 2010s, there's a big difference there, which is to be expected. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely going to check this one out and see if doing a review on it would be something that I'd really be able to do. Ghost Iris is releasing their new EP titled M.U.R.K. I'm not admittedly a huge fan of Ghost Iris, but the singles that they've been releasing for this EP have been pretty good. I gotta say, this might be the thing that wins me over. Even when I go back and listen to some of their older stuff, though, it just isn't really quite there for me. So even though, I don't know, there's some generic qualities to the singles that I've heard on this, but I think it's Rat King or one of those singles. It has a lot of stereotypical metalcore tropes and stereotypes within it, but it just sounds so freaking good, and I can't stop listening to it. The first time I heard it, I listened to it like maybe 3 times after that, and it's definitely piqued my interest. I'm very much interested in this EP. It puts a smile on my face. I think it's going to rip. The Black Dahlia Murder is releasing another single titled Mammoth's Head. I was listening to Nocturnal yesterday, and I just forgot how perfect that album is. It actually inspired me to work on a video series where I go through like the early 2000s and 2010s and stuff and pick out my top 10 albums of that year, or even just albums that I think are 10s throughout those years. There may only be one throughout the years that are selected. Who knows? We'll have to see. But yeah, if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know down below. I gotta say that this band is definitely not the same without Trevor, but these singles are just so good. So I feel like they've really stepped up their songwriting a lot. Musically, Aftermath, the single that they released a week or two ago, it was absolutely wild. I mean, it sounded like Black Dahlia Murder, but it just had a little bit of extra to it. I feel like they're feeling a lot more inspired, and they're putting a lot more of their passion into the music, possibly. I don't know. It just sounds different. It's got more of a spark to it, and I feel like that's going to help them out a lot, especially with having a new vocalist. I feel like, I mean, it's not really a new vocalist, but having a different vocalist, I feel like that's really helping him fit in with the mix as well. Kublai TX, the band that has the ultimate tongue twister of a name for me and takes me about 20 times to finally get the name right, is releasing a new single titled Supreme Ruler. This band is huge, especially for how heavy they are and for how often I forget about them. They're considered metalcore, but I find them to be a little bit more hardcore beatdown, which is crazy considering they have 1.1 million listens on Spotify. I feel like for a beatdown band, they're like through the roof when they get 50,000 listens on Spotify. So this band's gigantic. I feel like this single's gonna be heavy because that's what this band does and it's what they do well. We also get a new single from Make Them Suffer titled Oscillator. I stopped really caring about this band as much after How to Survive a Funeral. I get it. A lot of people just love and worship that album, but I felt like Currents did it better, if I'm going to be completely honest. It just didn't do it for me. And then all the allegations came out, and it just pushed me further away. But these new singles they've been releasing have been bringing me back around again. They're a little overproduced, sure, but the melodies and vocals throughout them are just so magical. I don't know the name of the female singer that they have now, but she sounds so freaking good. And of course, you know, vocals in this band, they're always top tier. They're good musicians. It's just compared to their older stuff, How to Survive a Funeral was just, I don't know. It just, like I said, Currents did it better that year. I believe they came out with their album that year, and it just, I don't know. It sounded like a ripoff or like a kind of a mash between Currents and like After the Burial, somewhere around there, and I just wasn't really that into it. We also get a new single from Ocean's 8 Alaska titled Onsra. I believe that's how it's pronounced. They got a new vocalist, no surprise there, and I don't really care for this band all that much anymore. Their last record was just, it was okay. It was so hyped up with their old vocalist coming back, and it was just not, I don't know, it just wasn't, it's just missing the mark. I feel like the members don't really care about this band that much anymore. They're just kind of stuck in it. I don't know if it's like a label thing or, I don't know, a contract thing, or maybe they just don't know what else to do. But the passion is just missing. And musically, it shows so much. After Hikari, I feel like this band just doesn't sound anything like it used to. They do like crazy like technical sections over like musical parts and vocal parts that are supposed to be kind of sing-along and really catchy, and it just doesn't mix very well. I feel like the chemistry between band members isn't really there anymore. Chris Turner and all the guys, they're great musicians. It just, I don't know, I feel like this band is just done for them. And that is it for New Music Friday, ending on kind of a sad note. But if there's anything that you guys are looking forward to that I didn't mention, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And again, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you want to help support me and my channel further than that, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Doing any of those things helps me out tremendously, and I just thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me sit here and talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.